Okay, task 3. Let's come down here, have a look at task 3. Okay, so this time allow the user to input a specific day, for example, Friday, to be used for the analysis of the data. So that would be the Friday in the 3rd week. Find and display how many buses were late on this particular day. For each late bus, display the bus route label and how late the bus was on this particular day. So you could be asked to write this algorithm or indeed to explain it. So let's have a look. So again, similar to the last one, I've actually stitched all the bits of the algorithm together because we actually had them on a PowerPoint like that, where they were going across the page. So this addresses the points here. So again, so what we're doing is we're going to ask them to enter a number to represent the day of the week. And again, I would add annotation to here to explain that. So we're going to say 1 is for Monday, 2 is for Tuesday, 3 is for Wednesday, 4 is for Thursday, 5 is for Friday. Okay, that's our prompt. Then we're going to input, then we're going to validate. Is it between 1 and 5? If it's not, they're going to enter it again. So I could actually put a message here to say, tell them, look, number not between 1 and 5, please re-enter. Okay, so that's the day. Then we're going to ask them to enter the week. So the week is going to be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So it's going to be between 1 and 4. And again, same thing, message on the screen, input, validation. Okay, again, I could have a little message here to say, look, please re-enter. Okay, so coming down here now, what we're doing is we've got some selection here. We've got some if statements. So if they type in a week number of 1, that means we can just use the day number because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it's so if you think about the days can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 20. If it's week 1, then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they enter 2, so it's week 2. So if we look at it, like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So here's our weeks. So that's week 1, week 2, week 3, and that's week 4. So let's say they enter, let's come back up here, let's say they entered 3 for day num, and for week num they enter 1. So we actually want this value here, we just want 3. So what we're saying is, if week num equals 1, then day equals day num. So they typed in 3 for day num, so that will just give us week 1. But let's have a look what happens if they typed in, let's say if they typed in a 4 for day num, which is Thursday, and they put in a 2 for week num. So what we're saying now, day equals day num plus 5. So let's have a look at that. So let's say they've typed in 4 for the day num, and they typed in 2 because it was in the 2nd week for week num. Okay, so looking at that, coming down here we say, well look, if week num equals 2, which is does, day equals day num plus 5. So if we add a 5 to day num, that gives us 9. And let's see where that takes us. 9 is the Thursday of week 2, which is what they wanted. So we've got a little system here that allows them to enter a day and a week, and it will actually generate a position within the 20 days that we can then use. Okay, so once we've generated that position, we basically can say, well look, if bus A, whatever the position we were looking at, is less than 0, but that means it was late, so we want to count that and we want to output it. Then we'll check the next bus route to see if that one was late on that particular day, and if it was, we'll count that one as well and we'll output it. Then we'd repeat this for bus C, bus D, bus E and bus F. So we'd basically be repeating these bits of code. And again, you'd need to explain that here if you would, because you're going to run out of space, but you can quite easily say, look, this code would be repeated for bus C, D, E, F. we're going to check the position of the day, we're going to add 1 to num lates if it's late, and then we're going to output a message. Okay. Now, if we get down here and num late is 0, then we need to output a message. Look, there's no late buses on that day. If num late isn't equal to 0, then we'll output however many of these num lates we've added. That will be output here. And again, that could go to a stop there, and I could add a start up here as well. Okay. Again, we spent quite a bit of time going through this in lessons. Now you may well have a different solution. This is the solution that I led you through as we were going through it. Some of you I know may have taken a slightly different approach, and there are many different ways that this can be solved. Okay, so just be happy and confident in the way that you've decided. But I think it's important to try and add little bits of annotation to say whether you're validating something, you're outputting a message to the screen, you're doing some processing. You got a bit of code here that you'd like to repeat, but you're not going to fit it in the page. I think as long as you explain that, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Alright, so that's task 3. Thank you very much.